Hey guys, it's Lord here, back again with another video. Today we'll be doing a monthly recap for the month of February 2022. Now you're probably wondering, what is this new thing you are adding to the channel? Well, for those of you eagle-eyed viewers of the channel, you may remember that over the course of 2021, I don't think I ever did any in 2020, but in 2021 I introduced the overviews, which were meant to kind of look back on waves of figures I just wrapped up reviewing. Well, those are going to the wayside, and instead we are going to be doing monthly recaps. So we'll be doing a little bit more than just wave overviews. We'll be doing overviews of what's going on the channel in the past, present, and future. What's going on in the toy world, because I know the real world not so good right now. So with that being said, enough jibber jabber, and let's get into it, starting off with the main thing, the big thing for the channel, the new video format. 5 reviews a week with the new review style that is a little bit more polished, a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more cut and clean. You guys seem to like that. I appreciate the feedback. Let me know if you like the 8-bit metal music. I know it's very personal to me, but if you find it annoying or whatever, then I can simply cut it out. It would definitely take up a little bit less space on my iPad storage, to tell you the truth, but personally, I dig it. I think it's cool. I think it makes the videos a little bit less boring. Not that I'm a boring person, but I'm also not the most interesting person in the world. I'll fully admit to that. But I tend to like videos where either the person's got a lot of charisma, a lot of personality, or they got some music in the background. If they're not that way as far as their personality goes, then the music kind of helps balance things out, makes things more interesting, and to be honest with you, doesn't make me fall asleep. So that's kind of why I threw the music in there, just a little bit of a pinch of spice, as it were, to make things a little bit more interesting. But other than that, we kind of cut things short. Accessories, size comparisons, even final thoughts to a point are a little bit shorter now. And we also talk about packaging, which is something I didn't do before. And again, you guys seem to like it. So I'm happy to keep doing it that way as long as you guys like it. If you guys never not like it, then we'll change back to the original format or try something different, you know? But on top of that, we also added another segment to the week 4 reviews, at least as far as reviews go. Flashback Fridays, which we are currently taking a look at the DC Universe Classics Wave 10, the Imperiex Collect and Connect Wave, which is why I have Beast Boy and the Joker sitting here. I would throw Man-Bat in there, but he's freaking huge, so that's why he's not in here. Then again, Thailog is, so kind of hypocritical, but Thailog's new, shiny, awesome, fantastic, and probably one of my favorite figures of the year, so that's why he's here. But Flashback Fridays, it's not just going to be DC UC, it's going to be old Marvel Legends like the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure Wave. Never reviewed that before, so I would very much like to get around to doing that at some point. That'd be kind of cool. Or other waves of figures I haven't got around to reviewing, or already reviewed, most likely on the old channel. So stay tuned for more stuff like that. That's what Flashback Fridays is for. And Throwback Thursdays is going to be the same. It's going to be probably branching out of Spawn soon, although the Spawn Universe Wave 3 reveals kind of means I got to pull out a couple other figures I wasn't planning on pulling out, but I guess that's neither here nor there, I guess. But for now, we're going to continue with Spawn Gargoyles, probably go into the Toy Biz Ghost Rider stuff, and maybe some other stuff. I don't know. We'll see. But other than that, 3 new-ish figures a week. And I say new-ish because I don't get stuff first. You guys know that. Upstate New York, we tend to get stuff but last. We're the last in line, as it were. But yeah, that said, even though I was not the first to get him, the Symbiote / Black Costume Spider-Man here, the first figure featuring the new review format, blew up. He got over 100 views in less than a week. I can't thank you guys enough for that. I'm very surprised that Marvel Legends has the capability of that kind of traffic on this channel, because when I think of this channel, I don't really think Legends, but anything with the Venom symbol on it seems to do extraordinarily well. The PulseCon Venom was the same way. Monster Venom is one of the most viewed videos on this channel, and I got that thing almost a year after it came out. Venomized Captain America, same thing. It was not the first to get that either, but that is one of the most viewed videos on the channel. So I guess as far as Marvel goes, anything with a Venom spider on it, I should just jump right into it and get that up as soon as I possibly can, because they seem to do really well for the channel. Other than that, though, we did get some other figures from the Spider-Man Retro Wave. Ben Reilly Spider-Man, the gosh darn Spider Armor Mark I, which I am currently in the process of packing up to ship to Hasbro to get my refund. It is what it is. I'd rather just return it to Walmart, but, you know, the forces that be may not have all the time in the world to do that. So, you know, whatever. And then we also have the Shocker, which is probably one of my, again, favorite figures of the year so far. I know we're only in February, but I'm already getting this list together. It's looking pretty sweet right now. That Triclops is also a contender. Only Masterverse figure I got in the month of February. I actually just got Stinkor as the time I'm recording this video, along with the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Endless Winter Batman from the Frost King Collective Build set. Been a hot minute since I got a DC Multiverse figure, to tell you the truth, and I'm hoping the QC's up to snuff on it. I've been watching some reviews of that wave. Seems to be okay so far. Might need a little bit of heat, but that's okay. I'm more than capable of doing that when I have the time to do so. Or, you know, when the heat duct kicks on, because that thing, you need a figure to move. That thing will do the trick. I did it on all my Colossus Wave figures. I didn't have a single problem with any of them. That said, that Triclops is really cool. I'm looking forward to maybe picking up another one on clearance. When I say clearance, maybe when it's down to 20 bucks, because I would like to have a classic one too. No luck with Trapjaw yet. I've been stalking him on Target.com, but just nothing there. Nothing with Spawn either. Spawn Universe Wave 2 just seems to not be hitting my area just yet. My good buddy T-Biz, shout out to T-Biz, found Cygor recently, and another friend of both mine and T-Biz, Ghost, aka Mindful Ghost, aka AJ, found She-Spawn the other day, so that's pretty cool. So they're starting to hit, but I just don't think my area cares about spawns. There is that. I don't recall any of the Spawn figures being at my local Target, at least not as far as my personal toy hunter is concerned. He's never bumped into any of them, other than the Gunslinger, actually. That's a lie. They got Gunslinger, which is good, because that's the exclusive hard-to-get one. But moving on from Triclops, who is awesome, and then the Spider-Man wave, which I love the Spider-Man wave, don't get me wrong, but Spider Armor Mark I have 2 left eyes. That's not going to fly with this guy, especially not if they're bumping things up to 25 bucks. It's not cool. I still need Hobgoblin and Hammerhead, but those seem to be a little bit easier to come by, so I'm not too worried about those yet. I did get the Sandman, the fan channel exclusive one, that I talked about in my top 10 Legends of the Year video. I didn't have him for that, but I did get him since then, but his arm broke off. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have noticed that. Should be getting my refund for that guy soon. I'll replace him via BBTS. They still got him. Hopefully, fingers crossed, by the time I post this video. But yeah, cool figure, but the biceps are a little on it. Could have been a little bit stronger there. That said, moving on from Marvel Legends into some other Hasbro properties, we have Transformers and G.I. Joe Classified, who I think had the best showing as far as any Toy Fair reveals are concerned. On the Hasbro front, the G.I. Joe team just knocked it out of the park again. They did it during PulseCon, and they did it again during Toy Fair season. They're just making everyone else look like a bunch of chumps, even my beloved Transformers, because they're phasing out of the Beast Wars side of things, which is fine. I got most of the main characters. I still need Rhinox at this current time, but I'm sure I'll get him some point, right? That said, we did have Airraiser, Tigatron, and good old Pterosaur up on the channel this past month. Once again, shout out to Evil Villain on the hookup for Pterosaur. Wouldn't have him without you, buddy. Much appreciated there. But with that being said, I'm kind of phasing out of Transformers myself. As far as Hasbro stuff goes, since they're leaning out of the Beast Wars side of things, which again makes sense, you know, we're gonna get Tarantulas and Inferno at some point, and then they did show Sandstorm, Night Stalker, and Buzzsaw during their fan first day. I think as far as Hasbro stuff's concerned, outside of the Spider-Man 60th anniversary, is it? the main Hasbro stuff I'm going to be collecting is G.I. Joe Classified this year, because I don't know about you guys, but that Cobra Bat's friggin' sweet, dude. I love that figure. One of the best figures of the year so far. Again, I know it's only February, but I like to kind of organize my list a little early, so it's a little bit less difficult towards the end of the year, to be quite honest with you. It's a little bit easier when you're a little bit ahead of the game, and while I am very much ahead of the game, that Cobra Bat is definitely worthy of an honorable mention at the very least. I love that figure. Review coming probably in the next week or two. I already got the video done, I just need to edit it. But moving on from that, talking about some things I already have edited. Mythic Legions. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Horseman, I love you, but you're doing some things I'm not fond of lately. The first of which was the in-stock sale right after the Pox's pre-order, which I know is not a problem for everybody, but it was for me. Not the most convenient thing for your boy. Okay? That hurt the wallet quite a bit. Secondly, it took forever to get the stuff, so I was clamoring to get video fodder for quite some time. And after I finally got the Legions, I wasn't as excited as I might have been a week or two prior. That said, don't get it twisted, I love that Sir Gerard, that's why he's here today. But yeah, my excitement kind of died down. Tie that up with the fact that my Barbarian builder had a couple of QC issues. Yeah, not the greatest. At least personally. I know some people didn't have these experiences, which is fine. You know, I'm one person in a very big crowd of people as far as the Mythic Legions community goes. It has grown tenfold compared to what it was when that first Kickstarter went live. But then they did the All-Stars vote this past week, and let me tell you what. I'm glad I had 2 emails for this thing, because they were making me pick my favorite child. Okay, and what do I mean by that? What I mean is all the figures I want were in the second tier. There are 3 tiers, 3 brackets. You had a heroic character, an evil character, and a 2.0 character. Okay, you want to add some variety, that's fine. But at the end of the day, I don't like people telling me that they know what I want. And they're kind of doing that. Kind of. I say kind of, okay? They're not really doing that, but they're forcing me to pick stuff that I wouldn't have dotted an I at over the stuff in that second tier. Because in that second tier, you had Ilgar, Clavian, and Azar, the yellow demon character. 2 skeletons and the demon. What do I like most about Mythic Legions? The skeletons. I can only pick one? That sucks, dude. I don't want to pick any 2.0 guys right now. I don't want to pick any good guys right now. Although I am happy for those of you who do not have Romulus. You're more than likely going to have a crack at him because he's probably going to win. I mean, let's be real. He's almost fetching $500,000 on eBay right now. It'd be stupid if anything other than him won that first tier. I don't know if they're going to break things up like that. If they're going to pick one heroic character, one villain character, one 2.0 character. Because you could only pick one of each. You couldn't vote for 4 characters, and typically an All-Stars wave has 4 characters in it. Now, they did show a dwarf, which is an homage to a gentleman who unfortunately passed away last fall during Legions Con season. I'm curious if they're going to throw him in the All-Stars 5, because I don't know where else they could put him. That or maybe the wave at the end of the year with Necronominus and Order of Aetheron, maybe. Because I think he's part of that faction. Aetheron, of course, not Necronominus. That'd be kind of weird. But yeah, of course, I'm expecting another Troll and 2 more Motu homages. So hopefully we see those at some point. I'm hoping for the Ice Troll and maybe a Fisto and Scareglow character. I want to buy something from this wave, people. That's what I'm getting at, because this wave, this All-Stars wave, it could be all stuff I don't have or all stuff I already do have. And since Mythic Legions do good for the channel, it would suck to not have the content that would do good for the channel, as opposed to having the Mythic Legions to review, having something else that, taking a gamble, might not do as well. Because, I don't know if you guys know this, but good YouTube videos do good for the channel. Bad YouTube videos do bad for the channel. They don't like that algorithm. So, you know, I kind of gotta pick my priorities here, and really Mythic Legions is a priority, but if they're just going to put out a bunch of stuff I already got, with the exception of Romulus, I'm not going to buy it again, because the Advent of Decay stuff and anything after that, like the All-Stars 2 or, you know, Soul Spiller, I don't really need to replace those figures. Romulus, I think the quality will be a little bit better, and he'll have the shield handle this time around as opposed to the clip, so that's a bonus. But other than that, I don't really see anyone I need to buy again. Granted, as far as that first tier goes, I voted for Balam. Not my first choice, really. I mean, it's just a guy I didn't have. Silverhorn Sentry is just kind of uninteresting to me. Balam you can turn into a cool Black Knight character, so I figured maybe he'll win. It's probably going to be Romulus though, right? So, yeah, I'm not a fan of them not letting me pick who I want. Well, the other two I want. But as far as the head pack thing goes on the bottom of that poll, I picked the Demon Head and the Gladiator Head, because I'd like to see that Demon Head maybe a red, maybe a green. I did order that red Krampus this past month, so, you know, it'd be cool to have something to put on it that's not just another Krampus, because I like Krampus, but I like the black one as Krampus. The red one I'd like to use as some custom fodder, to be honest with you. And then the Gladiator Head, I think if they painted it the same gold as the Deluxe Legion Builder, that's where it's going to go. And I could turn Clavius into his more barbaric counterpart with that helmet with the long horns on it. That'd be kind of cool. Mix things up, change things up a bit. That's what it's all about, right? But yeah, that's where I stand on Mythic Legions. I love the line still. I'm very much a die-hard Legions collector. I have a lot of Legions, guys. The amount of Legions I have now compared to when I first got into it, when I got Brother Mandibulus, mascot of the channel, FYI, it's night and day. I have like probably 70-something figures now. It's kind of ridiculous. Speaking of Brother Mandibulus, why wasn't he in that ball? Or Morgulith? Or, if we're going to talk 2.0 characters, Lucretia, Juno the Crusher, Zarya, Urxa, Queen Urxa, or, you know, anyone like that, Malachi Shinderhorn, good old Thalen Frostbow. I don't know. The ones they stuck in there, I wasn't gonna buy originally. I probably have them by now, but with the exception of the goblins, the 2.0 characters just aren't as interesting, I don't think. I don't know why. That's just how I feel. Grisha is probably the top one in there because he's cool looking, he's different, he's unique. Don't have a lot of Sons of the Red Star characters available, too. So, if anything, I'd probably be okay if they remade him. I might even grab a second one to screw around with, you know? It'd be good for fodder. I think I voted for the Elf Ranger and the Shadow Elf Warrior. I think, if anything, maybe that Elf Ranger has a chance getting in there, because that's a popular character. He is the Legolas of the Legion's line, after all, but yeah, I wasn't a fan of the bracket thing. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, it just wasn't my cup of tea. I would have rather just voted for the 3 characters I wanted and been done with it, you know? But we'll see. I don't know if they're going to base the poll results off of who gets the most in general or who gets the most in each category, but I'm kind of hoping for the latter. I'd really like to get 2 skeletons and that demon in this wave. I'd even settle for a blue Hagnon, dude. You know, that's different enough. I have a green Hagnon. It'd be cool to have a blue one. But moving on from Legions, I don't want to turn this into a rant video. We got Thalog, okay? Second figure in the Gargoyles line from NECA. I had a little bit of trouble with the neon mine. Kind of fixed that. It's not too bad now. I might have my dad go ahead and hit that with another coat of glue, but it's really solid. It's a solid figure, man. I would say this is the better of the 2 that I have, like I said in the review. I think this is a little bit better than Goliath, which is kind of crazy because it's Goliath. He's the main guy, but Thalog, as far as the quality goes on the articulation, the exception of that one knee, it wasn't too bad. So, I gotta say, I know he's just a cheap repaint, but he's probably my figure of the year right now. I really like this guy. He's awesome. But that said, I do have some stuff to bust open here. I got Stinkor from Revelation, finally. Super stoked about that. And the Endless Winter Batman. I'm hoping McFarlane's quality is a little bit better nowadays. I bought 2 of that Infection Shazam, and that thing was just a turd. Then my Lobo had some issues with it as far as the glue goes, but fingers crossed this Batman's decent. I've been watching some reviews, seeing some good things, so hopefully it's all said and good. So I guess expect Frost King reviews at some point in the future, right? Stinkor's coming. Probably a Rhinox, because I want to complete my Maximals. And then we'll see what else is popping in the toy world. I know that the next wave of Masterverse is supposed to drop with the Viking E-Man and Barbarian Skeletor. And the Tila everyone wants. And my battle-damaged Merman. I say my because I like that figure. I think he's awesome. But yeah, lots of stuff coming to the channel. Spawn Universe, hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed I got a Cygor whose elbow isn't stuck. Been seeing that lately on a lot of reviews. That's kind of a shame because that figure looks awesome, but I don't know. It kind of sucks that for $50 you gotta try and pry that joint open. That kind of sucks, but whatever. But She-Spawn seems to be pretty good. Same with Soul Crusher, which are the two I'm probably gonna get first. Maybe. I'd like Cygor first, but I just don't want to deal with that arm thing. And as far as the variants go, I do plan on getting the Gunslinger and the Dark Redeemer at some point, but I don't know. Probably last, depending on what my area gets. And I would like to try the Gunslinger spawn on that Dark Knight Returns pony. Build a pony there. That'd be kind of sweet. And then the Rebirth Batman's also on the list. That looks like a really solid figure. And the rest of the Spider-Man Retro Wave. And Sandman. I gotta replace that. But right now I have some stuff on BBTS, a couple of Migos, a couple of Star Wars, which I don't really talk about anymore because that team's just dropped the ball too many times for me to really give them any credit anymore. I like the Black Wookiee character that they're doing, but it should have been on a new body. It should have been a little bigger than that, but whatever. I'll probably still buy it anyways and keep my mouth shut. But yeah, with that being said, that's a wrap for the monthly recap. Got some stuff this month that's pretty cool. Got some stuff that's not so great. That's how it goes, you know. And my thoughts for everyone overseas dealing with some harsh crap right now that's not cool. I don't condone that type of thing. Hope y'all make it out all right. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are so inclined, please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know whenever I upload more content to the channel. Just posted a Toy Fair recap yesterday, so check that out if you haven't already. Also, if you haven't already, please hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions, but as always, keep the comments civil because the world sucks enough as it is, especially nowadays. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.